DOXA has just released one of its most meaningful dive watches in years. It's limited to just 300 pieces worldwide, built from grade 5 titanium, and pays tribute to legendary explorer and author Clive Cussler. But is this limited edition actually worth the hype? Let's take a closer look. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know about the new DOXA SUB 300K Ti5 Clive Cussler, from its design and movement to the story behind it, pricing, and whether it's worth considering. So if you've been curious about this new release, you're in the right place. Before we get into the watch itself, it's important to understand why DOXA created it, because this isn't just another limited edition with a different color dial. The watch is named after Clive Cussler, a best-selling adventure novelist who was famous for books like Raise the Titanic and the Dirk Pitt series. But beyond writing novels, Cussler had a real passion for the ocean. He spent years exploring shipwrecks and helping uncover pieces of maritime history. To support that mission, he founded an organization called NUMA, which stands for the National Underwater and Marine Agency. NUMA is dedicated to locating, studying, and preserving historic shipwrecks and other underwater discoveries. Since DOXA has a long history of making professional dive watches, partnering with Clive Cussler's legacy feels like a natural fit. Rather than simply putting his name on a watch, DOXA wanted to create something that celebrates his lifelong connection to the sea. That's also why this watch was unveiled on July 15th, 2026. It marks what would have been Clive Cussler's 95th birthday, making the release both a tribute to his life and a celebration of everything he contributed to underwater exploration. And there's another meaningful detail. A portion of the proceeds from every watch sold goes to support NUMA's ongoing work, helping preserve maritime history for future generations. Now that we know the story behind this watch, let's take a look at the watch itself. At first glance, the DOXA SUB 300 Ti5. Clive Cussler stays true to the classic Sub 300 design that helped make the brand famous decades ago. Instead of completely redesigning the watch, DOXA has kept its recognizable cushion-shaped case while giving it a modern upgrade. One of the biggest changes is the use of grade 5 titanium for the case, crown, and case back. If you're new to watches, titanium is a premium metal that's known for being both lightweight and incredibly strong. Compared to stainless steel, it makes the watch much more comfortable to wear, especially over long periods without sacrificing durability. Another standout feature is the brand new dual-plane sandwich titanium dial. Unlike a traditional watch dial that's made from a single layer, this one is built using 2 layers of titanium. The top layer has cutouts for the hour markers, allowing the lower layer to show through. This creates more depth, stronger shadows, and makes the dial easier to read, even in different lighting conditions. You'll also notice a few orange details throughout the watch. That's not just DOXA's signature color. The date window highlights the numbers 15, 7, and 31 in orange, representing Clive Cussler's birth date, July 15th, 1931. It's a small detail, but one that adds a personal touch to the tribute. Turn the watch over and you'll find another reminder of its inspiration. The titanium case back features the NUMA emblem along with the individual number of the watch, since only 300 pieces are being produced worldwide. Completing the package is a matching grade 5 titanium bracelet, giving the watch a consistent look and feel while keeping it lightweight on the wrist. It also makes the Sub 300 Ti5 feel like a true tool watch that's built for everyday wear as much as it is for collecting. A watch can look great on the outside, but what's inside is just as important. Powering the DOXA SUB 300 Ti5, Clive Cussler is the Sellita SW 200-1, an automatic Swiss movement that's widely respected for its reliability and ease of servicing. If you're new to mechanical watches, an automatic movement is powered by the motion of your wrist, so you don't need a battery to keep it running. This movement is also COSC certified, which is a big plus. COSC is an independent Swiss organization that tests watch movements for accuracy. To earn that certification, a movement has to meet strict performance standards over several days of testing. In simple terms, it means this watch has been independently verified to keep very accurate time for a mechanical watch. The movement offers a 38-hour power reserve, meaning if you take the watch off and leave it untouched, It'll continue running for about a day and a half before stopping. While there are watches today with much longer power reserves, 38 hours is still a dependable figure for everyday wear. Since this is a true dive watch, it's also built to handle the water. It offers 300 meters of water resistance, making it suitable for swimming, snorkeling, recreational diving, and just about any water activity most people will ever do. Helping achieve that level of water resistance is a screw-down crown. Unlike a regular crown that simply pulls out, this one screws securely into the case, creating a tighter seal that helps keep water and dust from entering the movement. Protecting the dial is a scratch-resistant sapphire crystal with an anti-reflective coating. Sapphire is one of the hardest materials used in watchmaking, so it does an excellent job of resisting scratches while making the dial easier to read by reducing glare and bright light. Put it all together, and the DOXA SUB 300 Ti5 Clive Cussler isn't just a watch that looks good on paper. It's built with the kind of reliability and durability you'd expect from a modern Swiss dive watch. There are also a few details about this watch that are easy to miss, but they're actually some of the most interesting parts of the entire release. The first detail is the date window. Instead of printing every number in the same color, DOXA highlighted the numbers 15, 7, and 31 in his signature orange. At first, they might seem random, but together they represent July 15th, 1931, the birth date of Clive Cussler. It's a subtle tribute that many people could easily overlook. Another detail is the individual numberings on the case back. Since only 300 pieces are being made, every watch is engraved with its own unique production number. That means each owner knows exactly which piece they have out of the entire limited edition. You'll also find the NUMA logo engraved on the titanium case back. It's more than just a decorative element, it's a reminder of Clive Cussler's passion for underwater exploration and the organization he founded to help discover and preserve historic shipwrecks. And perhaps the most meaningful detail of all is that this watch doesn't just celebrate Clive Cussler's legacy, it helps continue it. DOXA has announced that a portion of the proceeds from every watch sold will go towards supporting NUMA's mission to preserve maritime heritage. So with every purchase, buyers are contributing to the protection of underwater history. When you put all of these details together, it's clear this isn't a limited edition created just to increase collectability. Every design choice tells part of Clive Cussler's story, giving the watch a sense of purpose that's rare to see today. Finally, let's talk about the price. The new DOXA SUB 300 Ti5. Clive Cussler is priced at $3,390. At first, that might seem like a lot of money, but once you look at everything this watch offers, it starts to make more sense. You're getting a grade 5 titanium case and bracelet, a COSC certified Swiss automatic movement, a 300-meter dive watch, and a limited edition with only 300 pieces being made worldwide. Of course, whether it's worth $3,390 really depends on what you value. If you're buying it because you love the story behind Clive Cussler, appreciate DOXA's history, and enjoy owning something that very few people will ever have, then this watch makes a strong case for itself. At the end of the day, this isn't just about buying a dive watch, it's about buying a piece of a story. After looking at everything this watch has to offer, I think DOXA got this release right. What stands out to me isn't just the titanium construction or the limited production of 300 pieces, it's the fact that every detail on this watch has a reason for being there. From the orange date numbers to the NUMA logo on the case back, nothing feels random. A lot of limited edition watches simply change the dial color, engrave a case back, and call it a day. This feels different. You can tell DOXA wanted to honor Clive Cussler's legacy instead of just using his name to sell another watch. I also like that part of the proceeds goes towards supporting NUMA's work. It gives the watch a purpose beyond collecting, and I think that's something we don't see often enough. Whether or not I'd spend $3,390 on it is a personal decision, but I can definitely appreciate the thought and meaning behind this release. And for me, that's what makes the DOXA SUB 300 Ti5 Clive Cussler stand out from many other limited editions we've seen in recent years. Would you add the new DOXA SUB 300 Ti5 Clive Cussler to your collection, Or would you choose another titanium dive watch at this price? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy watch releases and honest reviews like this, don't forget to subscribe